Howdy folks, Rob MaximumRD, and here you see the channel for one, Mobiledecay, whose videos I had been following and whose videos had been basically making me want a certain item, which has arrived. It has arrived from China after placing an order 3 weeks later. Now, it was free shipping, so what can you say? Free shipping. And I was getting a little fearful. Just a couple days ago I had made contact with a representative there, and they said that basically the shipping to Canada could take anywhere from from 15 to 30 days. To which I replied pretty much, wow, that's quite a window of time. I guess I'll just wait, be patient, and hope that my package arrives. Which, as you can see, it has arrived. So, a little awkward here. I've got to open this package, and the way this marshmallow package here is, it will be a little awkward for me. So, let me basically prop things up here so I can give you a better view without being too annoying with all kinds of shake and such. So, let's see if I can manage that. Yeah, I probably should have planned this a little better ahead of time. I got a cup here, and I bet you this won't balance on it. Well, oh, it does. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Of course, all kinds of yard work and school kids running around, but bear with the noise, if you will. Hey, that works out quite nicely, actually. So, all right. So again, thank you, Mobiledecay, for constantly showing me videos about what you are doing with this item here. 3 weeks later, I have it before me. Link in the description to Mobiledecay's channel. He's a real big enthusiast when it comes to this particular item. Trying to make sure not to cut too deep here. He actually ended up getting 2 of these himself. We ordered from a different company. I did get a heck of a deal, actually, recommended by Bill Leguidis. Oh, see, I always screw his name up, and I'm sorry, Bill. I'm just a big moron when it comes to names. Leguidis. I'm sure it's Leguidis. Bill Leguidis of Armchair Arcade. Yeah, in a thread we were talking about such devices, and actually comparing to another one by a different company, a more well-known company, as opposed to your basically cheap Chinese manufacturer. The plus and minuses of devices in this price category. But overall, Bill found me the best price, and even though I hadn't heard of the company, I took the chance on ordering it. Well, from what I can see, it does seem to be very well packaged. I can't fault them on that. Let's dig at some of this. I'm being more careful than it actually looks like. Here, there we go. See, plenty of padding between the blade and the item contained inside. All right, there we go. So any of you who happen to know Mobiledecay's channel, you already know what this product is. A shout out to him, because he's been kind of going through the waiting process with me. So just to rest assured that I have received it. And you can see it is packaged quite nicely. No complaints on the packaging. Although I see the oh, wonderful. Yeah. I swear the listing showed a standard Canadian-US adapter. As you can see, this definitely is not. This is of the UK standard variety. But joke's on them, because I already have this type of adapter anyways, with the proper US-Canadian plug. Yeah, again, that's the problem dealing with some of these import sites, especially the ones in China. Sometimes even what's pictured isn't what you'll definitely receive. You hope to get the same model of the item that you want, but sometimes the accessories they include are for another country. So this is no good to me. Anyways, that's fine. I don't need it. I have so many adapters and plugs. All that matters is this actual item itself. Another cheap Chinese Android device. Like I don't have enough of those already. You know, I've probably spent enough on these cheap Chinese Android devices. Before someone points it out to me, I'll say it myself. I have enough of these already that I probably could have bought something really good, like a Nexus 7 or a, you know, what have you, some Asus Prime or whatever their tablet's called, Samsung Galaxy, something like that. But no, I tend to stick with these oddball, cheap Chinese knockoffs. Well, JXD, I mean, it is a real company, but yeah, I don't know what else to say. Anyways, it claims Jelly Bean Android 4.1. There's the JXD S7300 gamepad. And if the packaging is anything to go by, which it isn't necessarily, it says 8 gigabyte, Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, Cortex 1.5 gigahertz, 1 gigabyte DDR3, 9 kinds of emulators, blah blah blah, touch the key. Most of this won't matter because I will be replacing the default stock Android ROM that it comes with. The Android OS that is currently installed will be wiped clean in favor of a third-party, basically a homebrew alternate ROM version. I believe it's called the X Sample Skelrom. Skelrom, he's the user that basically strips down any default Android ROMs. He strips them down, optimizes them, replaces all the default built-in crap, bloatware and what have you, and optimizes it, makes the default settings more appropriate, and basically you use his version of the ROM and replace the stock ROM that comes on the unit. And what do you get? You get much better performance, more features. Basically, for these lower-end Android devices, you get the most out of them using an alternate ROM by somebody like Skelrom. And to be honest, out of the package, the default ROMs, well, it does look new. Look, there's a piece of lint under the bubble. See that bubble there? That's like lint trapped underneath the screen protector, which is always wonderful. Please peel off this mask after application completed. Well, I know it's a screen protector and I should probably keep it on there, but they always bug me on devices anyways, so I'll end up removing this for sure. Unlike the cover suggests on the box, it is actually what I had ordered, which is the black model, which is nice. This is my first black model of the devices that I have in the same category. They're all white, and I was getting a little tired of that. Wanted something that stood out more. It does have some weight to it. I will give it that. I think Mobiledecay also made note of that. It does feel, you know, sturdy. Like you've got something. It's not like lightweight, cheap, flimsy plastic. It feels pretty darn sturdy. Gotta say, I'm actually happy with the overall feel, especially in comparison to some of my the other low-end JXD devices like the 601, 602. But and as you can see, the bigger screen. I believe that's the 7-inch screen. Like you would find on a Nexus or something like that. Am I correct? Let's see. Can you even find screen size on here? But I'm almost sure it is. Or it may be 5-inch. Let's compare it to the S5110. That's currently my largest. Oh yeah, no, yeah, pretty obvious. Okay, I believe that's 5. inch right there. And this is noticeably larger, so it must be 7-inch. And yeah, this is the thing. It's not hard to find info, folks. If you type in JXD S7300, you'll see all kinds of tutorials on this, the capability of its emulation. You'll see a lot of videos, mostly from the companies that distribute them on the stock Android ROM, and how it functions. But again, I will end up changing that very quickly. I've already downloaded all the files for the example Scal ROM, the version, I believe it's version 2.0, whatever it is. I'll make sure the latest version is on there. And yeah, and there's another patch that basically fixes another complaint, which is when you insert the mini SD card, like your amount of storage there. Basically, you can put a larger one in than the 8 gig that's in this device, and have the all the files. Basically, have this unit treat the mini SD as internal memory, and switch it with the external capacity. What that allows you to do is install your applications onto the larger memory card. And anyway, that's just another one of the patches and fixes that make this device work far better than it would normally on the stock default ROMs. So yeah, I'll be looking into all that. There's really not a whole lot more. This was the unboxing, the JXD. It's got some weight to it. This is what a lot of people were interested in. These nubs here. Are they analog? Are they digital? I don't know. There's been a lot of complaint, I think, particularly with the left one. Yeah, I'll have to look into it myself, but apparently, possibly the contact points underneath the solder contact points are known for being somewhat weak. They're not reinforced very well, and apparently that has caused problems. You know, the solder points break, and that causes issues, obviously. But if you look up JXD S7300, search analog stick fix or analog nub repair, so on and so forth. Basically, it calls for you to take like a piece of foam, not styrofoam, but foam type material, and basically insert it underneath to fix. I'm actually thinking about, I'm not sure if it's this cross pad here or the nub. I'm not sure which one. I'll have to look into that again. But anyway, it's an issue with one of them, and I will look into that. But I've bought the foam. I've downloaded the alternate Scal ROM. So those are two fixes I'll be doing almost immediately out of the box for a brand new unit. But you know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. These devices, yes, they are cheap. So if you want to save a few bucks and get, you know, a fairly decent piece of hardware for a really low price, and you don't mind waiting, as I did. As I said, it took me 3 weeks from the moment of ordering to receiving it at my door with free shipping. I'll put a link to the distributor. Yeah, they're good if you're the type of person who would consider opening something like this up. At the very, like, that'll be for the physical fix for the nub, for the directional pad, whichever one it is. But other than that, you know, it's not the same as going out and buying a Nexus 7 or an Asus tablet or a Samsung tablet or anything like that. You know, the stock ROM that they come with, operating system, the warranty, out of the box, open it up, ready to go, you're all set. With these cheaper Chinese devices, there's many things to overcome. A lot of times the Google Play Store is not functional. Again, that's a fix that you can do by various software tricks or hacks, or just replacing the Android ROM altogether. Now that's not for everybody, and I understand that. If that's not for you, if you're the type of person, you know, who's used to, as most of us are in Canada and the US, of just buying a device, opening it up and going, maybe, you know, doing an online update or something like that at the very most, then I don't recommend these devices for you. I truly don't. But that said, for those who don't mind tinkering a little bit, who don't mind, as they say, getting their hands a little bit dirty, and, you know, call me weird, whatever, I'm one of those people that actually enjoys that. I have always enjoyed taking a device. I don't even care if it's something like a PSP or a Nintendo DS or a friggin' PlayStation 2 or what have you. I like putting alternate firmwares and custom firmwares and hacks and things like that, because I've always been the type of person, when I buy a piece of hardware and I own that piece of hardware, I damn well feel I'll do what I please with that hardware. Now, I know that's not in everybody's, you know, everybody's morals or their own personal you know, way of doing things, and that's fine. That's you know, I don't suggest it for anybody. Again, that's why I'm saying, if you're not the kind of person who likes to tinker and fool around with custom ROMs and things like that, definitely not for you. Save that little bit of extra money, grab yourself a Nexus 7, wonderful device, or something along those lines. These devices, of course, you know, the market gears them toward gamers and people who like emulation, as you can see with these controls built in already, and there's an application in there to assign the buttons to the various emulators and games. Again, that's something else that will be improved with the alternate ROM I put on there. So if you like to tinker and you like to you know, use custom firmwares and put different ROMs and hack the ROM that you have and stuff like that, then by all means, then I highly recommend devices like this. I know Mobiledecay and several other people who have put the alternate ROMs on it have been very, very happy with it. But put simply, it's just not everybody's cup of tea, and I totally understand that. So it's either for you or it is not. You know, I've had comments in the past, cheap garbage, this and that, and yeah, it is. I'm not saying, you know, it's a high quality device. Although I will say in this case, again, I am very surprised at the weight and just the sturdy feel of this device overall. In comparison to other ones that I've had. But yeah, you get what you pay for. That's always been the case, and there's no difference here. So that's why out of the box it's not perfect, and it does require, or at least I highly recommend, at the very least, putting on a different alternate Android OS on there to get the most out of it. But you'll see more of that in a future video. It's probably not charged, having been right out of the box and in transit for 3 weeks. Let me see if I can figure out where would the power be. L1, LR, power reset. I think this is the power button. I'm going to press it and not expect anything. Okay, so here we go. Pressing. Oh, I do see a light right there. Oh my God, it's actually powering on. 3 weeks in transit, it's actually powering on. I wonder. Yeah, and I know I should be doing this in a much darker environment, but I wasn't really even expecting to do this. Oh, look, it says right there, 4.1, and it did turn on pretty quickly. GameX, Game Center of Cloud. Ah, English. Always fun. So it seems to be trying to read, probably trying to read a wireless connection, which obviously it can't do because nothing's been set up. And in fact, there we go. And again, I apologize for the poor camera with the camera glare there. It's quite sunny in here. Yeah, there you go. So let's unlock it. And it's got a clock. And there's the application for the gamepad assignment. Let's go home. Oh, pretty cool overall. Okay, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. This has been the unboxing, and hopefully in the future I'll show you the difference with the alternate ROM on there. And in the meantime, just if you are more curious about this device and its capabilities, just type in JXD S7300. JXD S7300. I promise you, you will find a ton of videos about this. Or indeed, just go to Mobiledecay's channel, who's actually put the stock ROM on there and done many demonstrations of several games, some of your favorite Android titles, as well as several emulators. Big shout out to Mobiledecay. Thanks for tempting the hell out of me that I had to get this device. Talk to you later, Rob, MaximumRD. Whoops, sorry, I'm just throwing this in at the end here. I guess I never did go through the rest of the packaging quickly, very quickly here. As you can see, just a couple more USB type adapters here for charging purposes. That's one there, another one there. So these will be fine for you for charging it through a USB port. A couple cables included, as usual with these devices. Really cheap ass headphones that I'll never actually use, and the so-called user's manual right there. So that's fine. And as I said, I have my own AC adapter for charging it anyways. So that's it, the package contents. Thanks for watching.